Matthew, a cancer and stroke patient whose Ph.D. was obtained at 65, asks you to help him raise awareness of health issues by sharing this valuable information. Please take the time to subscribe to and like this video. Despite its apparent simplicity, swallowing is your body's highly intricate function. The act necessitates precise synchronization between your brain, specific nerves, and muscles, and any disruptions in this process can profoundly impact your overall well-being. Indeed, you are correct. The act of swallowing, which entails the transfer of food and liquids from the mouth to the stomach, is a remarkably intricate and well-coordinated process that relies on the harmonious interaction of various muscles, nerves, and brain regions. This progression can be categorized into three primary stages: the oral phase, the pharyngeal phase, and the oesophagal phase. Now, let us delve deeper into each step and explore the intricacies that accompany them. A. The oral phase commences when food or liquid enters your mouth. Your tongue and other mouth muscles manipulate the substance, combining it with saliva and shaping it into a solid bolus. This phase is consciously controlled and mainly regulated by the cerebral cortex. B. The pharyngeal phase becomes involuntary once the bolus is prepared. The brainstem takes control, and coordinated muscle contractions propel the bolus into the pharynx. It is crucial during this phase to seal off the airway to prevent any food or liquid from entering the trachea and lungs. The epiglottis is a protective cover for the trachea, while the vocal cords close to safeguard the airway. Subsequently, the bolus proceeds through the pharynx and into the esophagus. This phase involves a complex interaction of muscles and nerves, including the vagus nerve. C. During the esophageal phase, the bolus goes down the esophagus, a muscular tube connecting the throat to the stomach. Rhythmic muscle contractions called peristalsis help push the bolus downwards. At the bottom of the esophagus, the lower esophageal sphincter relaxes to let the bolus enter the stomach. Once it passes through, the sphincter closes again to prevent stomach contents from flowing back into the esophagus. Swallowing difficulties, medically called dysphagia, can arise at any stage due to various factors, including neurological disorders, muscular impairments, structural abnormalities, or the natural aging process. Dysphagia can result in choking, inhalation of food or liquid into the airway, aspiration, inadequate nutrition and hydration, and a diminished quality of life. Rehabilitation exercises, dietary adjustments, medications, or surgical procedures may address dysphagia, depending on its root cause. The act of swallowing serves as a reminder that what may appear to be straightforward bodily functions are, in truth, elaborate procedures demand meticulous coordination and the participation of various systems within the body. Delving further into the intricacies of swallowing, we can explore its physiological aspects. A complex interplay between the central and peripheral nervous systems governs the process. Specifically, the medulla oblongata in the brainstem plays a pivotal role in coordinating the precise muscle contractions and movements necessary for swallowing. This coordination is facilitated by transmitting signals via cranial nerve X, the vagus nerve, and other cranial nerves, connecting the brain to the relevant muscles involved in eating. Muscular participation. Swallowing requires the activation of both voluntary and involuntary muscles. During the oral phase, chewing and facial expression forces are voluntarily engaged. In the pharyngeal phase, involuntary muscles in the pharynx and upper esophagus contract to push the food downward. The upper esophageal sphincter, UES, opens to allow entry into the esophagus. Lastly, involuntary muscles in the esophagus generate peristaltic waves to propel the food into the stomach. Airway protection. Preventing aspiration, which occurs when food or liquids enter the airway and potentially the lungs, is crucial to swallowing. The smooth functioning of the epiglottis, vocal cords, and pharynx muscles guarantees the safeguarding of the airway during swallowing. Any disturbance in this coordination can result in severe respiratory problems. Feedback mechanisms are essential for successful swallowing. The sensory receptors in the mouth and throat play a crucial role in detecting the bolus's presence and consistency. These receptors adjust muscle contractions timing and strength by sending signals to the brainstem. This feedback loop is vital in optimizing the swallowing process for various foods and liquids. As individuals grow older, their swallowing ability may decline due to various factors such as muscle weakness and impaired nerve function. Consequently, older adults are more susceptible to experiencing dysphagia, necessitating dietary and eating habit modifications to mitigate potential complications. Clinical significance. Dysphagia can manifest due to different factors, such as stroke, neurological ailments, like Parkinson's, head and neck traumas, and structural irregularities. Diagnosing and treating dysphagia typically necessitate a multidisciplinary strategy involving the collaboration of speech therapists, otolaryngologists, ent doctors, neurologists, and other specialists to create a comprehensive treatment plan. Possible treatment options for dysphagia vary depending on the root cause. One approach involves rehabilitation exercises, such as swallowing therapy, which aim to retrain the muscles involved in eating. Another option is to make dietary modifications, such as adjusting food textures or thickness, to enhance swallowing ease and safety. In more severe instances, medical procedures or surgeries could be explored to address structural problems contributing to dysphagia. In summary, the intricate nature of swallowing showcases the remarkable interplay between different bodily systems. This seemingly uncomplicated action necessitates a well-coordinated collaboration between nerves, muscles, and feedback mechanisms to guarantee the secure passage of food and liquids to their designated location while safeguarding the airway.